बहुत इजीली आप ऑनलाइन यानी शुरू कर सकते हैं।
Hey, Robert on this side. This is a quick video on the 15 days challenge update. Basically, there have been a few changes when 15 days challenge was created for the first time, and now so we have updated a little bit. So initially, like the 15 days challenge is all about helping you to get to your first sale in the fastest possible way, and everything is covered over there. But after we did the challenge for the first time, after that we have done inside the a lot of updates, which is going to make a journey even faster. So that's why the 15 days challenge modules have been updated. So that is why I am making this video so that you do not feel that your flow is interrupted because of the latest updates we had to do. So I will just quickly explain. So if you see your screen, let's say this is day number 0, which is the
Hey there. So, good morning. It's a new day over here today, and I'm all set, all pumped up for the sessions and the modules today. And you know what? Today's session about funnels and what we are going to learn today is going to be absolutely incredible, right? So, I'm super excited. Okay, so let's do this. So, the first concept that we are going to discuss today is funnels. Alright? Funnels. Now, I want to make it really easy. You know what? Every business, let me write it down for you. Every
See
business,
guys, we are learning
rather,
how
I
to
should write
do
every
funneling in the business, online business.
successful business has a funnel.
In
Now,
a
what,
digital
what
marketing,
exactly
we are
is a
learning.
funnel, right? What exactly is a
Guys, you if you want to learn digital marketing pretty free, please subscribe the channel so that every day you get the notification. Please subscribe the channel. Right now we are learning the funnels. What is funnels? Anybody knows, please raise your hand or write in the comment. किसी को भी फनल के बारे में पता है ऑनलाइन मार्केटिंग में, तो आप गाइज आप लोग कमेंट में लिखिए. नहीं पता है, यू कैन आस्क क्वेश्चंस आल्सो इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. प्लीज सब्सक्राइब द चैनल सो दैट you get the notification of everyday digital marketing classes.
funnel? So,
Subscribe the
funnel is
channel.
basically a series of products, a series of chains, right? A series of products, a series of chains, what do you say? That is a part of your sales cycle. So what we are referring to over here is a sales funnel, alright? But there are so many different types of funnels which we have discussed in detail in the funnel mastery modules. Of course, you are going to get a detailed idea about each and every single funnel type in that funnel mastery module. But over here, we are going to discuss the overview, right? So
Guys, please subscribe the channel so that you get the notification of एवरीडे डिजिटल मार्केटिंग क्लास. अब चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए. हम लोग डेली डिजिटल मार्केटिंग क्लासेस करते हैं ऑनलाइन. एवरीडे हम लाइव करते हैं ताकि आपको नोटिफिकेशन जाए, इसलिए बोल रहे हैं चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए. इसके लिए कोई पैसे नहीं लग रहे हैं, आप चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए.
uh, the multiple set of products that are in your sales cycle. So let's say there's a main offer, right? After the main offer, you have, let's say, upgrade 1, upgrade 2, and upgrade 3. So these are going to be the multiple products in your sales cycle. Now, if you look closely, you will find that sales funnel is something which every successful business has. For example, let's suppose if I give you a very simple example, if we talk about a gym, right? So a gym always talks about the membership, right? Whatever the price is, Ajay never talks about all the upgrades, etc. that they have. They will always talk about the membership, that join the gym, join the gym, join the gym, right? These are the benefits. But once you join the gym, then they offer you the supplements, right? The supplements is there. At the same time, the personal mentoring, right? So the personal mentoring is there. Now, if you will see what exactly is happening over here is this is continuously increasing the average order value, right? Average.
गाइस सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए चैनल को ताकि एवरीडे आपको नोटिफिकेशन मिले डिजिटल मार्केटिंग क्लासेस का. प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब द चैनल so that you get the notification of the डिजिटल मार्केटिंग क्लास. वी आर डूइंग ऑनलाइन फ्री डिजिटल मार्केटिंग क्लास. हम लोग फ्री में कर रहे हैं, कोई पैसा नहीं लग रहा है. खाली सब्सक्रिप्शन आप करेंगे तो आपको नोटिफिकेशन जाएगी. देर इज़ नो फीस फॉर इट दिस क्लासेस.
Order value if this is pushed at the very first instance. Otherwise, what this is doing is this is increasing the lifetime customer value. So what you need to do is you need to increase the lifetime customer value from an individual customer. So for example, if the membership price was X, right? So the lifetime customer value was X, right? But now what happens is if the particular customer goes for some upgrade which is Y and the other customer goes for some other upgrade which is Z. Now for an example, let's suppose they have 100 customers in their gym, right? So the revenue that they are generating is 100x, alright? At the same time, let's suppose 30% of the members, they buy the Y upgrade, so the revenue that they are generating is 30Y, plus let's suppose 10% of the customers, they are going for the last upgrade, then the revenue that they are generating is this, right? Otherwise, if this was not the case, the lifetime otherwise the value would have been without the sales funnel. The value would have been just 100x. But now, since they are using the sales funnel, so the value that becomes, it becomes 100x plus 30y plus 10z. So when you do the average of this combined revenue, okay, when you do the average of this combined revenue, let's suppose x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2, and z is equal to 3, right? So in this case, the revenue is 100, right? But in this case, the revenue is 100 into 1, which is 100, plus 30 into 2, which
Hi.
is 60.
Hi Maria, how are you? Any question guys you can ask? Any questions you can write in the comment. Hi Maria, we are learning digital marketing here. Basically, I'm not a professional YouTuber, but want to give the knowledge to everybody.
Plus 10 into 3, which is 90, right? So the revenue that comes out is 250. So in this case, alright, so in the, let me take the orange one, okay? So in this case, the average customer value, in this case, the average customer value is equal to 1, right? the average customer value in this scenario is equal to 1 because every customer is equal to 1. But in this case, the average customer value, since the overall revenue that has been generated is 250, so the average customer value, let me do it over here, is 250 divided by 100, which equals to 2.5. And that is the advantage of having a sales funnel. Do we say that each and every customer of ours is going to get the Y upgrade? No. Do we say that each and every customer of ours is going to get the Z upgrade? The answer is no. But the thing is that we are keeping the numbers as average and as normal as they can, right? Because 30% can go for the supplements, yes. 10% can go for the personal mentoring, yes. So that increases the average customer value, right, the average order value to 2.5. So now when I'm as a business owner, if I know my numbers, if I know that if 100 customer comes to my store, my average order value is going to be 2.5. Now in this scenario, I'm going to plan my budget accordingly, right? I'm not going to plan my budget according to this number that my membership joining fees is 1, so I'm going to plan my budget and everything with respect to one. No? In this case, maybe the maximum that I would have spent on advertising would have been, let's say, 90 if I would have just kept the margin of 10, which is equal to profit. But in this case, now when I know the number, in this case, when I know my numbers, I can easily increase my advertising budget to, let's say, 200, right? Since I know I will still be in the profits of 50. So that is the advantage of having a sales funnel. And that is the advantage of knowing your numbers, right? Advantage of having a sales funnel and knowing your numbers. So that's how you calculate your numbers. That's how you calculate your what do you say, the average order value per customer, right? So if you look closely, you will realize that every business on this planet, successful business model by the way, they have a sales funnel, right? So if you will see, let's say if I go to a mobile shop,
Guys, subscribe the channel so that you every day you get the notification for the digital marketing classes.
as soon as I purchase the mobile, they have multiple items kept over there. For example, the tempered glass, right? At the same time, they have the what do you call, the mobile covers, right? So multiple products, right? Multiple products. So what they are doing actually is, if this was X, this was Y, and this was Z, they are increasing the average order value, right? They are increasing the average order value, and this exactly same stuff we do. This is called the funnel, and this exact stuff, alright, this exact stuff is something that we do in our online business,
The
right? So in the physical business, what happens is the physical products are kept right over there, right? In online business, they come within a sequential order, alright? In the online business, they come within a sequential order, right? So let me show you one of our sales funnels in the next lesson, alright? And in the meantime, what you can do is you can write down what are going to be some of your funnels, alright? So make these blocks in your diary, alright? And you can increase it if you want, right? And start writing that how you are going to place your sales funnel, alright? How you are going to place your sales funnel. Also do this. Make another sheet, alright? Make another sheet and write down the sales funnel keeping some of the business models in mind. For example, I gave you two examples. I gave you the example of mobile shop. I gave you the example of the previous product, right? So now, write down 5 different industries, alright, 5 different industries. This is really important for your understanding, alright, so that you understand the sales funnel pretty well. So it can be grocery, it can be anything, it can be a eye shop, it can be anything, right? A clinic, whatever it is. Write down the sales funnel of 5 different industries and let's take your understanding to the next level, alright? So let's do it and I will see you in the next lesson. Okay? See ya.
Guys, nobody subscribed the channel. It's very strange that you people have not subscribed the channel, but you want to learn free. Want to learn free, so how come it is possible कि if you have not subscribed and you're learning for free? Tell me, how come it is possible? Better you subscribe the channel, guys. Subscribe the channel so that you will learn for free. Subscribe the channel, subscribe the channel. For your betterment only we are telling to subscribe the channel. There is no cost for it. Cost नहीं लगता है. Subscribe the channel first.
Free, right? Says I cannot see the link. I hope now you can.
We are doing email marketing. Subscribe the channel,
Sharing
guys.
it
Subscribe the
sometime
channel.
For the people who just joined in.
कोई charge
Alright,
नहीं
so,
लगेगा.
okay,
Subscribe
so
the channel.
the
There is no
key.
charges.
Alright, so today's session is going to be about
We are teaching
email
digital marketing
and
every
lead
day.
generation. And
Subscribe
if you
the
have
channel.
seen me posting somewhere, commenting
People are
somewhere,
not subscribing
you
the
would have
channel.
seen me,
Subscribing the channel. I don't know what is the issue.
talking very highly regarding email marketing and all these things, right? Now, tell me this. How many of you have heard this statement that email marketing is dead? Okay, so I can see a couple of people, right? And yeah, right. So I can see a couple of people, yes. So they have heard the statement that email marketing is dead, and yes, this is something which has been floating in the market since the last.
Subscribe the channel. It doesn't cost you. You will learn digital marketing every day. Notification will be there. That is why we are saying to subscribe the channel.
3-4 years, or at least 2-3 years. This is something which has been circulated in the market by a few people that email marketing is dead and things like that. So I'm sharing the link one more time for the new people, alright? But the thing is that, see, in the last couple of years, a lot of companies have come into the market, and these companies are, for example, Messenger bot, right? Now, Messenger bot is something which is trying to take the place of email marketing, and it has been circulated by Messenger bots that, in majority times when I have seen this statement,
Subscribe the channel, or else I'll have to stop this classes.
I have seen the statement on the sales pages of the Messenger bots, and that is where they are trying to communicate the idea that email marketing is dead and things like that. And in some of the cases, they have some valid statements which are true. For example, in email marketing, the open rate of emails, the general open rate is about 10 to 20%. Okay. At the same time, when it comes to Messenger, the general open rate is about 80%. So that is where they are able to claim that email marketing and messenger marketing is much better, things like that, which is a true statement with regards to the open rate and all. But I can tell you this, that when it comes to revenue generation, there is nothing that comes close to email marketing. Okay, let me repeat it one more time. There is nothing on the planet that comes close to email marketing. Not even You can hear me, right? Somebody is saying I can't hear you. You can hear me, right? Give me a one if you can hear me. Arabella, I believe that this is a problem at your end, so maybe you need to refresh it, okay? Yeah. So here's the thing. There is no other medium that is as powerful as email marketing. Not even Messenger bot, forget about it. Not even Facebook ads, not even YouTube ads, not even any other form of marketing. Nothing, nothing. Email marketing is something which is the most powerful medium of direct sales. Okay, I'm talking about direct sales, and you are going to see some ninja techniques of email marketing today. Now that's number one, and number two, you are going to see lead generation. Okay, so I'm going to talk about lead generation because you can only do email marketing once you generate leads, right? So are we on the same page? Give me a one. Are we on the same page? And are we excited for today's session? Yeah, I can tell you this, that around 70 to 80% revenue of my company, it comes from email marketing. And what you need to do is, you need to look at the leaders in the industry, right? I'm talking about brands like Amazon, right? You will see that brands like Amazon, they send an email on a daily basis. You need to see brands like, let's suppose, Adobe, or maybe somebody like, for example, Disney. They would send you daily emails. I mean, people can say anything to sell their product, but again, there's nothing like email marketing. Okay, so let's talk about that. Now, there are multiple elements. Okay, so there are going to be two parts regarding today's training. Okay, one is email marketing, and the second part is lead generation. Now, lead generation is something that only after lead generation you will be able to do email marketing. Until and unless you are generating leads, you cannot do email marketing, right? Alright. So until and unless you generate leads, you cannot do email marketing. So what we can do is but we have talked about lead generation a couple of times. So I want to talk about email marketing first. Okay. I hope that makes sense. So let's talk about email marketing first. Let's assume that your lead generation channel is strong. Okay. Let's assume that there are a number of leads that are coming into your system on a daily, weekly, whatever basis, whatever you have, right? So for the first part of the session, we are assuming that your lead generation system is something which is strong and you have leads coming in. Now once you have leads coming in, how you do email marketing with them? Okay. So let's talk about that. Now the first thing that you need to understand is for email marketing, the first thing that you need is autoresponder platform. Alright? The first thing that you need is the autoresponder platform. Now, Shashwat is saying what if the leads are not coming in? Shashwat, that's what I mentioned, that in the second half of the session, we are going to talk about how to bring in the leads. At the same time, when you will go through the timeline nomination program, you will see me talking about generating leads all the time. In majority of the lessons, I'm talking about generating leads. So it is something that you will eventually learn when you will go through the program. But email marketing is something that you don't know. At the same time, today itself, I'm going to talk about that as well. Okay? Alright, is that clear? Shashwat, is that clear, Sandeep?
Subscribe the channel, subscribe the channel.
Alright, perfect. Alright, so the first thing, okay, the first thing that you need for doing email marketing is autoresponder platform. Now, there are multiple autoresponder platforms
Subscribe the
that
channel so that you can learn every day. आप सब्सक्राइब करो चैनल की एवरीडे आप सीख पाओ कुछ.
this, for example, Aweber is one, GetResponse is one, then you have ActiveCampaign, this is what I use, right? There are multiple autoresponders in the market. OnThePod is one, Drip is one, Constant Contact is one, iContact is one, at the same time there was one more. What was that? marketing goals. So multiple autoresponders in the market, and the one which I like is the one which I use is Active Campaign. And out of all these, I have tried Aweber, GetResponse, Active Campaign, of course. I believe one out of
Guys, you want me to close this? Because you people are not subscribing the channel. So how will continue the studies?
constant contact and eye contact. I have tried one out of these as well. And I have found Active Campaign to be the best. In terms of delivery, out of the ones which I have tested, Aweber, okay, let's talk about delivery. And I found Aweber to be really good, Active Campaign to be really.
Guys, subscribe the channel. Please subscribe the channel so that every day you can learn. We are teaching email marketing. We are learning now email marketing and autoresponder platforms. Okay, subscribe the channel so that every day you can learn. If any question, can write down in the comment section. Subscribe the channel, guys. Subscribe the channel so that we are learning digital marketing every day online classes for free. And I think subscription doesn't cost you anything. आपको एक पैसा नहीं लग रहा है. आप सब्सक्राइब कीजिए चैनल ताकि आपको नोटिफिकेशन मिल पाए.
On top of what I have seen, the delivery is really good, right? And at the same time, I have not tested the other ones, but I have heard a really good feedback about Trip. At the same time, I know the founder of Market Hero. I mean, not know as in personally, but I know the founder of Market Hero, and I know that he is somebody who is a kick-ass marketer. So I know that he will be doing something good. Okay, but it is a platform which is evolving. So in terms of delivery, what I can definitely be sure of is these three platforms. At the same time, the reason that I use Active Campaign is because of automation, and that is where Active Campaign is a platform that stands out for me. So in terms of delivery, it is really good. But at the same time, in terms of automation, out of all the platforms that I have used, Active Campaign is the best. I have heard good feedback about this, and I'm pretty sure that Market Hero would be having some decent level automations, but the level of automation that are available inside Active Campaign is something which is super nice, okay? So, Facebook app is saying how it converts it according to you. I have not used it, neither I have heard a lot of feedback about it, so I'm not sure. Okay, so a few more people have joined in, so I'm sharing the link online. And by the way, keep all your questions here. You can. And by the way, keep all your questions here. You can note down all your questions, and I'm going to answer all the queries at the end of this session. Okay. So make sure that you are writing all the questions. I'm going to make sure that all your questions are answered between the presentation itself. At the same time, if there are any questions left, we are going to take them at the end of the session. Okay. So yeah, Ankit is saying Active Campaign is a beast. Yes, and today I'm going to show you, right? I'm going to show you the kind of things that I am able to do with the help of Active Campaign. Okay. Alright. So with respect to automation, with respect to delivery, it is something which is amazing. Now, how many of you have no doubt at all with respect to automation and delivery? I mean, you fully understand the meaning of delivery and automation. Is there anybody, okay, give me a one, if there is anybody who has doubts regarding delivery or automation? So I want to make sure that everybody is on the same page. Okay, so Sumit is one. Okay, and alright, let me make it. Alright, let me make it clear right over here. So delivery is basically, like suppose you are sending the email, okay? So delivery is basically the number of emails that are going inside the inbox, okay? That are being received.
I hope Everybody subscribe the channel so that tomorrow also when you will do the digital marketing classes you get the notification. आपने सब्सक्राइब कर लिया है तो नोटिफिकेशन आपको जाएगा, नहीं किया तो आप मिस करेंगे क्लासेस को। और सब्सक्रिप्शन के लिए कोई चार्ज नहीं है।
Received by your subscribers. So yeah. Don't worry, I'm explaining. No worries. So let's suppose if you have an email list of let's say 1,000 people, and because of okay, so delivery is something that depends on IP reputation. Yes. Now this is something that you need to understand. This is a concept that you need to understand. A delivery of a platform, okay, the delivery of the emails depends on the IP reputation of the company. So all these platforms are the ones which have a very good IP reputation, okay? And you would find a lot of autoresponder companies that would claim that they will charge you one-time amount and they will give you unlimited email list and things like that. But don't go with any of these because their IP reputation is like it's fast and your emails will never land into people's inbox. How many of you have seen the emails in your spam box? How many of you have seen the emails landing in your spam box? So if you will open your email inbox, for example this, right, and you would go inside and you would click on spam, you would see a lot of spam emails would be there, right? So this is what we mean by the delivery, okay? So if you are using a email autoresponder in which the delivery IP reputation is bad, so it means that even if they are giving you unlimited emails, unlimited lists, unlimited sending possibilities, but your emails will go inside the spam box, and it means that you will never be able to generate revenue out of it. Okay, so that is the most important thing. So for email marketing, the most important thing is that your email should at least land inside the person's this inbox. Okay, now there are 4 folders, so we are going to talk about Gmail primarily, okay? We are going to talk about Gmail primarily, and the reason is that out of all the email inboxes or whatever you call it, for example, Gmail, Yahoo, Redis Mail, Hotmail, out of all the recipients, Gmail has the maximum percentage share, okay? So we are going to talk about the Gmail, okay? Now, when you are doing email marketing, you need to understand that your email won't be going inside the primary, but and of course, since you are not a social media platform, so your email won't be going inside the social tab as well. But the fight is whether your email is going inside the promotions or whether your email is going inside the updates. If your email is going inside the updates, it means that you are winning the battle. At the same time, if your email is going inside the promotions, it means that you are losing the battle. How many of you understand this? Give me a one if you are on the same page. When I send you an email, where do you find my email? In updates, in primary or in promotions? Jasmeet says primary, Anjan says updates, Rakesh says primary, Padan says in updates, Neerav, Abela, Amrita, Shivam, Shaswat says primary, Vinayak says primary, a lot of people say primary, Mohit says updates, and Umesh says primary and promotions, and a lot of people say primary, okay. And the reason, okay, now let me tell you the reason for it, okay. A lot of people, I was able to see one person claiming that my emails were landing in promotions for them. At the same time, I can see a lot of people claiming that my email is going into primary for them, and the other people are claiming that my emails are going into updates. Now, let me tell you the reason, okay? When you take the email service, right? When you take the email service from a company, now what happens is that they have a IP reputation which is already built, okay? When you take the email service from any company, for example, Aweber, GetResponse, ActiveCampaign or any company, they have the IP reputation which is already built. which means that your email is not going to go inside the spam box, and it means that your email is either going to go inside the primary updates or the promotions folder. Alright? Now, when you will start doing the email marketing, so more often than not, okay, when you are starting, more often than not, the emails are going to land inside promotions, provided that you are not using the promotional words. Okay, we are going to talk about the promotional words in a few minutes. Now, provided you are not using the promotional words, and then I'm going to share with you a hack that how come you can get over these promotional words. Okay, now so let's suppose you are using promotional words. The probability of your email going into the promotions it increases. But when you are starting, your email is going to go inside updates, and the reason is that the IP reputation of the company is already solid. But now, what has happened is that now what they have done is they have given you a permanent IP address. Okay, understand it from the very layman language that they have given you a permanent, let's suppose, IP address, something like that. Okay. So now what is going to happen is that, let's suppose, when you start sending emails, and if your email is getting good response, okay, understand this very carefully. If your email is getting good response, so automatically it will get into the primary folder of your subscribers. At the same time, if your email is not getting good response, but a decent level response, it will go inside the updates. At the same time, the next level is going into the promotions, and the next level is, of course, into primary, right? Now, what do you mean by response? Like, what do we mean by response? Can anybody suggest what do we mean by response?
So we have to close the studies today.